Hello, guys, and welcome back to Figuring Out Friday, presented to you by Healing Your Way and Mike here. And today, our topic will be what is Goyslop and how to start avoiding it.
Yeah, so for Goyslop, you guys have probably seen this on Twitter, TikTok, and it's a term or slang that it's popped up and it's for ultra processed or artificial food that's been made like for cheap, addictive, and really like stable on the shelf. Like it lasts like a long time. And the term came from, I believe, 4chan and Twitter around 2010s, and it picked up steam around 2021 and to 2023, and mostly in the health corners of the internet. And basically, Goyslop is translated to uh, junk that the masses are fed, and it's more of a cultural term than scientific, right? So for food that looks like food but doesn't actually do much for your body is basically what they're saying. And the term caught on because people started connecting the dots on um, food going in their body, but it's coming out with brain fog, anxieties, cravings, or poor recovery. Uh, and these are all denominators of, again, the ultra processed food. And studies have shown that artificial food leads to roughly 500 extra calories a day compared to whole foods. And people used to just like use the term sarcastically to describe food being pumped out by corporations. Ironically, at first, like, haha, look at me, I'm eating my goyslop today. And then it would be hitting a nerve when people are realizing that, wait, this is what I'm actually eating every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So this episode is not about like targeting any individuals. It's just putting out information out here how these big industries are against humanity, I guess. And well, we as a like people got to a point where like people stopped asking whether if something was good or not, and they just started asking if it was easy, cheap, and like distracting enough to get throughout the day. Like the idea of the like go slop, mm, like it's not just about eating this ultra processed food. It also can show up in like online, let's say, because everything that we eating, watching, scrolling through, or absorbing it, it's like it feels low quality and also repetitive. So like it helps us to just get throughout the day easily. And all these people that say like, yeah, just my dopamine levels are cooked. Dopamine is not meant to be like it's not. So people say dopamine is, what did I say? I forgot the word. Like satisfaction, right? Like people believe dopamine is satisfaction, but whole
Like in
time
mine,
it's
I was talking about you get like a harder hit of dopamine.
yeah.
I'm not
So
sure
I
if it's
guess,
going through. It's cutting out a little bit.
oh, I'm cutting out. I'm the one cutting out. Yo, all right. So as I was saying, like people say that dopamine is satisfaction. Well, the whole point of dopamine is just needing more. Your body says, okay, just give me more of this, give me more of this. And that's what dopamine is. The media inputs, food inputs, all the chemical inputs. This is what's going on today. And this like low effort like consumption like slowly reshapes our body and the mind. So just to fight this back, I guess we have to just get more educated, because I was there at one point of like 6 months ago, let's say. I was one of the people. I mean, I cannot be hypocrite and say like I don't enjoy these like processed food or scoring or whatever. But now I know what it can cause. Like I know the facts of it. Like once you learn more about this and like go deep into it, like you realize how these foods that they are putting out just for it to be easily accessible by us, like how much it hurt us. Let's say fast food. When I was eating fast food, like I could not feel side effects, but now that I'm eating mostly whole food diet and like I cook for myself, after I eat that fast food, like I can notice like immediately the side effects that I'm getting from it that I would not get if I had regular meal based on whole ingredients.
And
And
I think I would just add on and say
yeah,
too, there's like small changes that or like yeah, small changes that are happening when you're eating like fast food or just Goyslop in general
yeah,
compared to whole food. So with the small things that you don't, it's like you're not sick right away, so you don't immediately make any changes,
mm,
right?
yeah,
So that way, it kind of just like that's why it kind of just like creeps up on you.
yeah. I agree. And also, like this everything, like a lot of food that is built on same foundation today that we see in the grocery stores. Like when you walk through a grocery stores, all you'll see is just bright packaging, like loud colors, and uh, like cheapest calories. You like the base foundation of today's industry is like ultra processed ingredients, artificial dyes, just to make food more colorful. Like I'm pretty sure everyone heard of Red 40, and also artificial sweeteners, seed oils, and like fillers in food they put that does nothing, literally nothing to our body. And like this Red 40 is not there because our body needs it, and it's not even like any research done on it. It's just there because color increases the appetite. Like these big industries hire this like psychologists just to learn how person would react to certain colors and certain like mm, let's say process before you start enjoying your food. Like for example, take a can of soda. Like they have engineers just who sit there and perfect the sound of the popping, like you know that, like
Yeah, to
that.
satisfy.
Yeah, that is one of the human sensations and senses that gets you excited for that, and they put a lot of money into it just to make you excited to consume their like product. For like this, imagine also another example is this bag of chips, like this sound before you open a package and all the excitement that builds up. They use human psychology to make people consume their products more, and they just do their own studies and like maximize the profit that they can get from us just by eating this stop. Well, we have a comment here. Yeah, I feel like I get pimples or skin irritations whenever I eat fast food and my stomach starts acting up. What can I do to counteract this if I had already messed up my stomach with Goyslop?
Yeah,
So
I think
for yeah, go
we're
ahead.
gonna talk about this later, especially when during the part where you're avoiding the
Yeah,
Goy stop. So again, there's a lot of inflammation that happens, and this is again why people reacted pretty strongly was because a lot of modern food today is again not for fueling the body, but it's more for the the dopamine hit. Like again, the background playing
yeah,
the soda, right? And then it's also cheaper to manufacture and lasts forever on the shelves.
yeah,
And it passed the fullness signals that your body usually gets from whole foods. So that's why you're eating that bag of chip. You can keep going and eating, and you don't feel full, right?
yeah,
Because it's passing all those signals. And also, I would say kids are hit the hardest too from Goyslop because they're literally the perfect target since they're still learning to control their impulses. But
yeah,
again, they don't know to read labels or anything.
Yeah, pick consumerism, or what's the word?
Yeah, yeah, consumerism.
Yeah,
And then
because like kids are easily like attracted to stuff like that, and like they don't understand what's bad or good for them, and this all comes down to parent if they decide if they should give that to their kids or not.
yeah, there's I feel like there's like a lot of constraints or factors that also go into Goyslop.
Yeah,
And even a study showed that from people eating mostly processed food, they had like 30% higher risk for depression as well.
yeah,
So that's like
yeah.
another outcome from this.
Mm-hmm.
And it tends to be more in like lower income communities. So that's like a bit unfortunate when you think about it because like let's say when money's tight or you're not shopping at the farmer's market or making
Yeah,
food from scratch,
yeah,
you're just grabbing whatever is cheap, fast, and filling, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So this is when those corner stores, dollar menus,
yeah,
and basically the frozen meals that you get, they basically dominate the industry.
yeah. I agree with that. We have another comment. Would Chick-fil-A be a go slot? Besides eating at home, what are some healthy options I can do on the go? So I guess Chick-fil-A can be go slot because they use seed oils. They deep fry their chicken. I mean, there are also healthy options that every fast food chain that you can find, but that mostly only contains like salad. And if they have piece of grilled meat, Chick-fil-A has, I know, salads that you can also get grilled chicken on the side. That will be healthy option. And basically, anything that is not deep fried or like contains whole foods, the best way is to cook at home, learn how to cook, or also make, if you know like you don't have that much time to cook, like make meals, like prep your meals ahead of time. that that is the best way you can do it. Also, there are some other, I don't know, but like Chipotle claims to be healthy option, but I mean they still use like seed oils to fry their like meat. But I mean you get you I guess you can make an assumptions just to get healthier options. You know, like lettuce, rice, meat, and veggies. Like don't add queso or like all those extra stuff, the extra calories that is not necessary for our body. And
Yeah, you can skip on like the fries or like the ice
yeah,
cream they got there too.
yeah, and like, but basically, going back to the ultra processed definition is low ingredients that are high profitable and can last long on the shelf. Like, just by definition, we should know how messed up
Yeah, and when you think
industry is.
about it too, it lasts long on the shelf because it's not getting moldy or deteriorating
Yeah,
from bacterias, right? Because even bacterias don't even look at it as food. So if they don't see it as food, how come we see it as food?
yeah. Also, like, thing I was gonna say about ultra processed food, like, and food pyramid, like food pyramid that was out before the new one. They just came out with new one. Like grains were at the bottom. Like bread, cereal, pasta was the foundation of it. Like
Wait, is this new one like from like this year?
yeah, yeah. They this
Oh,
year, like they just came up with it. And the old one had grains at the bottom, like bread, cereal, pasta as a foundation. Fats were pushed up to the top as like something dangerous. Like they had these fats like marked as dangerous. Also, like sugar is like quietly tucked in everywhere, like as a safety option. But mm, these guidelines were influenced by like a agricultural surplus because in grain industries, sugar like more sugar producing, and it was like cheaper to feed like populations grain rather than whole foods. So this policy was mostly followed by the economics and what was the best for the country, I guess. But now that they come up with new one, and the whole pyramid suggests that we should be eating whole foods, and now fats and ultra processed foods just whoop change the places. Now fats are like butter and ghee are more recommended for us. Also, like full fat products, like old pyramid says that we should be eating fat free, but now full fat products return back in pyramids and are recommended. Whole foods like meat, red meat, eggs, chicken. They put like we slowly new generation is picking up of what's I guess what's better for us. Because if you go back and like look at these actual studies that they were putting out, uh, you can see the research was founded by these big companies that were getting profit from this research. Like, let's say, like going back at it, like soda companies were funding research that says that sugar consumption was good for us.
Yeah, a lot
Like,
of companies, even
yeah,
tobacco and even gasoline. It's
yeah,
not just food companies. Like
yeah,
every
yeah,
company in
yeah.
general, they'll fund
Even
fake research.
yeah, even cigarette companies like they were funding research to say that nicotine was good for us.
Yeah.
And like now, I guess more truth is coming out, and they cannot mm, what's the word? Like shake up these results by just using money. So I guess new generation is catching up, and that's good for us. Also, I don't know. Like another question here: what's both of your go-to healthy meals that you can easily make every week and stick to it? You got any, or should I go one?
Yeah, you go.
For me, I go with either chicken or steak. Fish also main option, but I know like salmon and steak can be expensive. But mostly, I guess the most affordable is chicken thighs, and in my personal opinion, that's best tasting chicken part. And I just bake them in the oven. Also, now I'm doing experiment on myself, eating buckwheat instead of rice, and buckwheat is contains all essential 9 amino acids and also contains a lot of protein and iron. So now I'm looking at how it will help with my like weight management and if I achieve the goals that I want. So now I'm introducing buckwheat into my diet. And I just slice up some vegetables like bell peppers, broccoli, like it's it gets so much easier when you know how to cook because you can just get any ingredient at your house and just cook up a meal. Let's say $10 of vegetables might last you for 5 days. So yeah, my go-to is like something fiber, meat, protein source, and low carbs. Like my diet contains small carbs.
Yeah, I would say similarly for me, I'm sticking more with like lean ground beef, and then
Mhm.
like from time to time there's other protein sources, but usually I stick with ground beef and uh I would want to try the buckwheat because I'm sticking with white rice and pasta, which is penne pasta, which is still not one of the best sources for carbs, but I do for me personally. I just feel
Mm.
like I get better workouts in with those. But also, if you mentioned, I think you did mention like hitting plateau for weight.
Yeah,
So with the buckwheat, I was wondering if you got any, if you were able to
actually,
dip under that.
yeah. After I hit the plateau, like that's when I switched out rice with buckwheat for a couple of days. Now, like, since it was holidays and I was on vacation, like I was not hitting gym as much to see my progress, but the progress I made before was definitely I crossed the plateau. Like I was 178 while I was eating rice as my carbs, and after I like the break, finals break, and before I went on vacation, like that during that period of time, like I was just eating buckwheat chicken veggies, and like I was just cooking for myself at home. I was not eating outside, and I was able to get down from 178 to 173. So definitely helped me to uh, get across that plateau. So I guess yeah, I'm making progress with buckwheat. So that's why I want to keep in uh, my diet for a while now, because now we starting back at school, like, and my schedule is more like, looks like more like schedule and not just messed up all day, so I can be more check in with myself. So yeah, I'm keeping buckwheat in my diet, and we'll see what progress I can make, because this, like, doing this type of experiments on myself, like experiment with whole foods and different type of ingredients, also helps me with my nutrition plans that I come up for clients, and maybe like it will be easier for me to individualize for this person, because like I will have tested out this on myself.
Yes, I was planning on trying that as well. And also, I used to eat a lot more chicken breasts. I was thinking of incorporating that back in. But besides that, a lot of also yogurt and oatmeal
Hmm.
probably be the rest.
Yeah. Here we have question: what foods can I eat to repair my digestive system? First, um, like first issue with people who live in United States is fiber, because like more than half of like population does not consume enough daily fiber. That's why our digestive system and metabolism is messed up. So I would recommend to increase fiber intake, which should be about 18 grams of fiber. So anything like green vegetables like broccoli, asparagus, also good sources, black beans, pear if you want fruit. And you can these are simple things that you can search up, and like this type of things you can trust Google with it. Like if you search up what are top 10 high fiber foods, or like top 10 affordable fibers, like you can trust Google with simple ingredients, like in the simple information, then you can actually learn a lot if you have those type of questions. Also, like AI, a lot of people use AI. You can ask these AIs to get you educated about whole foods and what you can eat to fix your digestive system, as well as you can hear like a comment, ask us, and also email us, and we'll be there to provide with that information. So first recommendation I'm giving you is increase your fiber intake. Then after that, try to slow down uh, with like liquid calories. So try to not consume liquid calories. Also, just start drinking more water, and like this fiber will also like increased fiber will help you to detox. So also there are other ways to detox, and which will help to fix your digestive system, like fasting also. But this fasting, like 7 day dry fast protocol, the Phoenix protocol, that's like something later you will do. But after that, you're like clean as water, and after going through that protocol, it's on you if you maintain that health or not. So yeah, eating whole foods, like you automatically start repairing yourself just eating at home. You like without any like extra effort, you just automatically start losing weight, and you will notice it just by eating at home. You can achieve your goal. It might take time, like let's say you don't have time to gym and all that, but if you just take 30-minute walk every day and just eat at home, you can see this like progress in no amount of time, like you will notice you feeling better, you losing weight, and you also feeling more in your clothes by just eating whole foods. So cooking at home would be best advice. You got any advice for
Yeah,
people
I would
who
say like the one that would give you the biggest return again was that cutting liquid sugar. So back pairing back to that other person's comment about your breakouts, Again, it all comes down to sugar, and best thing is to remove sugar. And most of that you get from liquids, so the fake drinks. And this can be done with the least effort. So if someone were to just swap your soda or energy drink, or even like the sweeteners in your coffee, right?
Yeah,
For again, water, black coffee, or milk and tea, everything would just shift. So that's like your mood, energy, even quality of sleep and appetite too.
yeah. And going back to like these ultra processed foods, like they are like engineered to hit like multiple reward pathways that we have in our body at the same time. So what, like mostly they use like three of them, like sweet, sugar taste, you know, fat or creamy texture, and salt or like flavor enhancers. Like
Mhm.
once all these are mixed up, like our dopamine just goes through the roof. That's why like eating chocolate and like that feeling of chocolate melting on your fingers, also just when you put it on tongue it just melting easy, that is caused by like low quality oils that they use in chocolate, so it will just melt faster. And if it had like real coconut oil and whatever cocoa oil or whatever they saying it to be, like it will take longer to melt, like, and so it would not give that feeling and satisfaction to the person that's eating it. That's why they would rather like use low quality products to increase like dopamine hit that people who eat this get. So like I'm saying like real ingredients might not satisfy you, but results will be much better than whatever satisfaction you get. So I would say that time period where when you don't enjoy like eating clean, you just have to get over it. Like there isn't no other way out. Like until you start enjoying it, like there is no way to cross that bump.
I was also wondering too, since there's got to be people out there that are like, maybe their body is super used to like processed food.
Yeah.
The instant switch to whole food might not, you might not feel instant change or gratitude, but
Hmm.
maybe you have to like go for maybe
Yeah,
over a
yeah.
week for to feel anything. But again,
Yeah.
these food is like stripped of like their fiber, protein, and the other micronutrients.
Hmm. And so what I was saying, like this food, ultra processed food, you're saying like there are people out there who might have these issues. Like this is all because like it kind of work uh, like a drug. Like you can compare these ultra processed food to the drugs
Mhm.
because like like the feeling that we get is not casual behavior. Let's say you probably heard a lot from people by saying like I ate to a point where like I felt physically ill, or maybe they say I tried and failed to cut down or stop eating like certain foods and my eating caused distress, whatever. Like all these are not casual behaviors that food is supposed to get us. These are like addiction markers that point out that we might be addicted to this certain type of food. And this information I found on one of the, I was listening to one of the podcasts, and they share traits with drugs like addictive substances because they have rapid absorption, higher intensity, minimal effort to consume, and weak society signals. So by rapid absorption, like once you absorb, let's say nicotine, like you get nicotine high like immediately because that smoke goes into your lungs and it just goes through blood and goes to your brain and you get that high sensation. That is what's going on with this ultra processed food because it's processed so much that it doesn't even require you to chew it. Like it just melts in your mouth and just
Oh yeah, one of the
swap.
biggest discussion was like how fast like you're able to
Yeah,
consume your food. With
yeah.
whole
I'll
foods, obviously, you gotta chew more and
yeah,
time to digest and everything.
yeah. We'll give you a picture of example by what I mean. You like you generally eating slop. They make you eat slop, so your like rapid absorption and high road intensity just go well together. Here we
Yes.
have a perfect example of slop. Like it doesn't require you to chew. Like it's like a yogurt. You just put it in your mouth, and this like goes into our habit of less chewing. Like I think a lot of people realize that they eat fast. This is because that food is processed and like it doesn't require us to chew it. All right, we can take this
There's
slot
great
picture now.
reference to the new SpongeBob movie too.
Yeah.
I think they were
So,
foreshadowing or forewarning us the whole time in my childhood.
yeah, and this is SpongeBob. This image was from SpongeBob. They in one of the episodes they show like they try to process the hamburger or whatever that they come up with this slop, but that's where term slop just picked up. I think from that episode and just
Mhm.
went into Goyslop. And then this food like I was saying, the habit that we build is we chew less. So the less you chew your food, like it gets much harder for your brain to feel that you're full. Like you're eating these calories with less chewing. And let's say if you if you chew regular food, right, let's say take a meat like red meat steak, like you're supposed to chew it like each bite 30 to 32 times. But with ultra processed food that would be like impossible. So you have to take out this ultra processed food, and when you are transferring to whole foods, my advice will be to start chewing your food more, because once you chew more, that that will also send signal to your brain, yeah, I'm eating food and I'm eating a lot of it. So you cannot basically overeat whatever your meal is. Just building habit starts from just chewing more of like great habit. I'm saying start building your habit of chewing your food more. Comment we have, what about Bevo? That guy said don't need to chew food.
Mm.
Have you heard about Bevo?
I just know he's the boxer, right? But I don't know anything about him and chewing
Yeah,
food. Is it for weight
he's
cuts?
he's no he's like UK influencer, and he
Oh.
takes a bite out of the food and he doesn't chew. He just goes.
Hmm.
So yeah, he basically can never feel full. Also, his digestive system will get messed up because chewing is necessary for us. So all the nutrients will be absorbed from digestive tract more easily. That's why we have to chew our food. Next stuff I got from Andrew Huberman's podcast, and he was talking about how to control this hunger eating in society. So he states that hunger is regulated by blood glucose, gut hormones like ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is a hormone that like causes the what is it, hunger, and leptin
Hunger
is
signal.
one, yeah, what does suppresses it. So he said also neural signals from chewing and digesting, like I was explaining just now, and circadian rhythm and sleep. So he says like circadian rhythm and sleep. So by eating at the same time or like having your time period of eating, you will also notice that like you get hungry during that times. Like if you're a person who eats breakfast at let's say 7 a.m., 8 a.m., like whatever you notice first thing is that at 7 or 8 a.m., like you get hungry, your stomach starts growing, or all that, because you like your inner clock sends you a signal of you're hungry, you should be eating. But the this system can be rewritten because it's all about mind. So once you take out those bad habits of snacking and slowing down eating, like you will rewire your mindset of like getting less hungry. I guess you can call that, because that's what I did. Like I started eating 1 or 2 meals a day. So let's say around 2 o'clock, and if if I don't feel full, then I eat dinner around 6. So
Yeah.
during that times of period, that's when hunger hits me because that's my usually eating times, and that is also for everyone. So would be my suggestion would be to have like time slots of eating whatever you want to eat and you think would be the best slot in your daytime, like perfect spot for you to eat or have a break. So that would be my first suggestion. Have your times like a sleep schedule. Have your like eating schedule. Do you have like similar thing or no?
Yeah, I would again try to cut off eating before eight
Yeah,
o'clock. But a lot of people again, they eat like trash at night because they basically undereat throughout the day.
yeah,
So eating your meals earlier would help prevent you like panic eating in a way. So I
mm,
would say just eat protein earlier. That's like your eggs, meat, yogurt, and then you can have like your carbs maybe middle of the day. I usually have it before I work out, so that's either rice, potatoes, and fruit. And it's also best not to save those calories for later as well. So these
yeah,
are again steps to avoid the Goyslop. And again, you can also
yeah,
default have your default meals, right? So
yeah,
cooking 2 to 3 default meals and you repeat them.
yeah, yeah.
It can sound boring, but again, it's saving you a lot of trouble and, like, thinking about, "Oh, what am I putting in my body?" So that repetition would, in theory, remove the fatigue you get from, your meals, and you can make your breakfast that it's best to have breakfast you can repeat,
Hmm.
or, like, a lunch you don't hate, and, like, a dinner you
Yeah,
can make, like, half asleep, because I think Goy really runs on you being fatigued and tired
yeah.
and just running out of options, basically.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
The moment you change the small habits and like started building your lifestyle and taking your lifestyle in a better way, like you will notice it was just much easier. There were much easier solutions than just eating that goislop. Like goislop is addictive. Like you're addicted to it. Like once you go over that withdrawal time period, like you will notice you don't even crave it anymore. Like for example, there was like during my 7 day dry fast, like I cut out everything, and after I finished it, I started just drinking water. Like I was not craving this sodas, and like even though I'm drinking sugar free stuff, like still I was not craving it. But one day I said, okay, one drink won't do much, you know.
Mhm.
And what I noticed is that I kind of got like addicted to it back again because like I noticed like my eye would go towards to it like more than I would like, you know? Like
Yeah,
cuz I knew I could go without it, but for some reason like my eye was still craving it even though I know it's like bad for me. And during that's when like mental part comes in, and you have to like kind of override that craving sensation and just enlighten yourself that yeah, this is bad for me, and that's when I'm putting the stop at it, you know?
yeah. Similar for me, I think, not even just sodas in general, but I really just like, the carbonation effect.
Mhm.
So, for me, drinking I really noticed when during periods when I was on creatine, I was just chugging a lot of water. That would help, like, satisfy a lot of my cravings. But again, I can always just look at the can of soda, like, "Wow, I'd rather be
Yeah.
wanting to drink that instead." So then sometimes I might supplement, like, carbonated water or something into the diet.
Yeah.
And, like
That's what I do sometimes. Like
yeah,
if I feel like I need that soda sensation, maybe I will take like spring water or something like that
mhm,
carbonated waters, mineral water, and like I feel like I get satisfied by that, and it
yeah,
kills my
me too,
soda craving.
yeah. And a question I was, like, kinda going over in my head was basically Goyslop would become inevitable at one point because
Yeah.
speed in life is becoming more important
Yeah.
than nourishing your body in a way, so, like, culture or society is just moving too fast. So I was thinking to myself, like, honestly, yeah, because once speed basically becomes a priority, nourishment always gonna lose at some point. So food became less about filling your body and more about being able to fit into your schedule, right?
Yeah.
And again, that entails like your parents working or longer commutes, and people are just more exhausted in general.
Mhm.
So the system is just gonna reward whatever is the fastest, cheapest, and last the longest.
Yeah.
So in a sense, I would say you can all again. I'm not trying to promote this, but
Mm.
I was thinking in my head, this term Goyslop was an outcome of a culture basically that values your productivity over your
Yeah.
health. So nobody wakes up wanting to like eat fake food, but
Yeah.
it becomes built in because it just fits the rush that you have in your life.
Yeah. These industries are using these moments to like kind of
Yeah,
build a perfect product for you. Like that's why it's so easily accessible because they know people don't have time and all that, but
bro, he's cutting out again.
they know like people don't have time for cooking and stuff. But like once you start cooking for yourself, you realize it doesn't really take that much of time from your day, and you will always have time to take care of yourself. Here we have a comment saying that they love the content of this podcast. Thank you so much for showing love. Make sure you keep tuned, and because more episodes are coming with better information. So uh, I would say like thing you can do is also your environmental like control. You can take control over your environment and like where you are and what will happen. Let's say like for your it's only like you were saying, Michael, like Goyslop is becoming something that is unavoidable, like it's everywhere, but it's on you how you will stock your fridge. Like on TikTok, I'll be seeing videos. Come go with shopping with me. This I'm not gonna like throw any shots, but like it's mostly like obese persons with the obese kids. Like you know that they have some kind of health issue, and they post video on TikTok saying come shopping with me spending $600, and they go through their like shopping list and whatever they bought, and it's just $600 of snacks and junk food. Like they literally spent $600 on chips
I
and
see that. Yeah, I see that, especially
yeah,
in them like restock videos for your
yeah, yeah,
fridge.
yeah.
Yeah,
Chips Ahoy, Dr. Pepper, all that, and like full sugar too. And obviously, like it will be expensive to shop, do grocery shopping like this because all the stuff you're buying is just straight BS. Like if you actually starting to invest in like whole ingredients, you will realize that how much cheaper your groceries might be. Like go for bananas, like big pack of bananas, you can get it for less than $2.
yeah. If you guys
Yeah,
buy
yeah,
Goyslop, you'll basically just eat Goyslop, right? So
yeah,
you really can't argue with yourself when you're making these decisions in the store.
yeah.
So
So all
you mentally
yeah,
know what to swap for.
yeah, like this is on you. Like you can take control over your environment and willpower just to make better choices. By making these better choices, your lifestyle becomes better, your health becomes better. Because like just go in grocery store and like look over the prices of whole ingredients. Like sometimes I walk out there surprised, like whole bag of potatoes is like $4,
Yeah,
and people say like, yeah, there is like shopping is expensive. Shopping is expensive because you're not buying real stuff that you can cook. Like you would rather have this pre-made food, ultra processed food, and pay like $20 more rather than you paying $20 less but taking 20 minutes to cook it. So that's I would say like big issue with today's world. Like investing in your like organic food and like restocking your fridge with more thinking and more strategic ways, I guess, would be much better for your health.
and
Also,
also on yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say like the other thing is like we have to avoid artificial sweeteners when possible, of course. Slow down the first few bites. And this the stuff I'm mentioning is provided by Andrew Huberman. Uh, This is from Andrew Huberman's podcast. So he says to eat slow, like I was mentioning earlier. Avoid artificial sweeteners. Also, if people are more caffeine, like they prefer caffeine throughout the day. Like he says, to once you wake up, wait like 2 hours, and that's the only time you can consume your caffeine after 2 hours of you waking, and that will help you to stay focused the whole day. Also, will drop your appetite because, like, if you drink black coffee, yerba mate, like that suppresses your appetite. So if you want another way of suppressing your appetite, that would be, yeah, drinking like black coffee, yerba mate, or also one of my methods is uh, green tea with cloves in it and fennel seeds. That also helps to suppress your appetite. So if I'm like after 6 o'clock, I'm feeling hungry, I would just make myself that tea and I'm good for a whole night till next day, like once my eating time comes.
Yeah.
And also, you have to make sure you eat protein in your meals because eating protein is what keeps you more full throughout the day and is the main source of energy and your like muscle.
I was also gonna say that even though there's like a lot of like limiters or factors, there's also people who are out there just rebelling after they heard about the Goyslop culture. So that's why you guys have a list here of like just some terms that also start circulating the internet, right? So there's stuff like clean eating, ancestral diets, raw milk, and even like just sun exposure. So just really quick, the clean eating is like food. It's like the push for food that does not mess with you.
Whole
And
foods, basically.
yeah, few ingredients, less processing, less deception. Then the ancestral diet is when people start. This might have to go back again to the whole culture switch or society switch and everything going faster because people are just realizing now that if their food is similar to what their grandparents ate, that they just felt better afterwards. And
Mm.
then there's raw milk, which for some reason people saw raw milk as the symbol for local sourcing, fewer processing steps, and transparency. So basically, just distrust in the food industry was represented through their raw or whole milk.
Yeah,
And lastly, just sun exposure. So humans weren't designed to live indoor all day and just live under artificial light. So people need to focus on chasing, again, that stable sleep and mood by being out in the sun.
yeah,
And again, with these Goyslop videos, I see a bunch of them, and it's like it looks like iPad kid activities. They're just like staying in all day and just like rolling around in bed
mm,
and just jumping up and down in front of the TV screen. So
yeah.
you
We
guys,
have to
yeah, just again leading to other stuff and just staying outside, sports,
gain that
eating
sunlight.
nutrition. Yeah. And again, these trends came after Goyslop culture. So again, even though it sounds difficult, there's people trying to beat it, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
And everybody,
and thing is, it sounds difficult, but once you start doing it, it's you just pick up so fast. Like it becomes so easy for you. Like
yeah,
stuff that you would think, damn, this gonna be so hard. Like after 2 weeks, you realize that you were just complaining for literally nothing. So yeah, going back, why artificial sweetener is bad. So usually like sweetness means for like our brain, that's why you hear a lot, yeah, my brain requires glucose, that's why I have to eat something sweet, and they be eating like 10,000 worth of calories like milkshakes and Wawa and stuff like that. But yeah, sweet taste usually means calories in society for our brain. But when we eat artificial sweeteners or consume artificial sweeteners, we get that sweet taste, but this time we don't get any calories. So hunger stays on. So like the brain expects energy and like it never gets the closure. Like it never gets the satisfaction. So this like let's say for that moment when you consume it, mean you might not feel hungry, but later on, like it increases your appetite, and That's why usually people think artificial sweeteners are harmless because they don't experience these effects like straight up. Like, it's kind of delayed effect. Like you get hit with this increased appetite later on. So it just delays the problem instead of solving it.
And also there's also like misleading health foods that I can think of too, and for sure like protein bars and even the healthy cereals are like up there, right? Because they
Yeah.
look clean and they talk about protein and fiber, but if you look at the label, again, you see the seed oils, artificial flavors, sugars, and it's there to make it look legit, but people think that they're doing something good, but it really it's like a dessert with a wellness cape like draped over it.
Mhm. All right. So here we have a video. Let's watch this
Oh, no.
video that we have here. And small video about how hot dogs are made. So sometimes I would like to keep these images in my mind just to, if I have that craving of some industrial Goyslop, straight up this image pops up in my head and I just hold myself back. This great video right here. Great video to keep in your subconsciousness. These are the meats that they use to produce hot dogs here. So all the cuts, these are all the leftover meats, by the way. This video is from Science Channel. Shout out, shout out to them and credit to them. And the guy says these are like leftover meat that they get from farms, like steaks. Like this contains beef, pork, and chicken. So we don't actually know what type of meat is in here. It might be like sick animals from the farm that were labeled as sick, but imagine how sick they have to be to send into that
End up
sick.
there.
Yeah. So we might even if like they might say, yeah, this food is made from all the healthy animals, like we actually don't know how healthy these animals were.
And I think right here they were adding the
Yeah, they're adding
these
water here to make more paste consistency, and later here we can see they will start adding corn syrup right here. Like, why is corn syrup going into a hot dog just to make hot dog sweet? Imagine a hot dog to something that's supposed to be made from just meat. That was the whole purpose in Germany. Like they were making it from the meat and just drying it out, sausages, and they took it and added corn syrup in it. Here we
this is
have,
very
yeah,
disrespectful to the Germans, man. Yeah,
this
but I
all
think
the
with this video, I just feel really uncomfortable, but it might be the whole point because I don't
yeah, that's the whole point. This paste comes out and they tube it into this plastic wraps and just press into this plastic wrap, and you can see like it takes like 35 seconds to make a whole 10 stack of hot dogs, even less, I would say.
yeah, this food has been so processed, it looks closer to, like, chemical product than an actual meal, and I think it's just wild when you think about, like, how normal it is now, like,
Yeah,
this is filled in stadiums and kids'
yeah,
parties, and nobody even questions it anymore, you know?
yeah. That's the thing. Like United States is like country of it's a big industry. Like this stuff is normalized to a point where when you say that you should be eating whole foods, like people start questioning you. So this is why like education matters, and I think that's why Healing Your Way is here to put out this education out there for free, so people like get more educated, and once we become more educated, it's easier to go against it. Like you'll find more solutions to your problems. And yeah, we are not meant to be eating this type of food. Like I don't like our ancestors didn't come to this point by eating all this
Yeah,
goy slop.
and, like, if you don't build your life around real food and fuel, like, the system like this will just happily feed you whatever keeps you functional,
Yeah.
like, functional enough to keep going. After watching that, I was not hungry, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so that was the cherry on top of our episode. So that was just one example of hot dogs. Like Imagine all the other stuff that they make out there. Like they so FDA is this big industry and corporation that like checks all the food that if it's edible or not by humans, and like they have approved under natural flavors like stuff that you would not imagine. Like one of the big examples I can give you, like if you have any vanilla products, right? Like I'm talking about food, and it mentions natural flavor. It's it's like harvested from beaver's like glands, like I think tested glands because they taste like vanilla, and they're able to use this. It's FDA approved, so they can put this in our products and just put it under natural flavor section. So we have to know this, like where our stuff comes from, and that's why eating whole foods, like you cannot mess it up. Like with simple ingredients, like you can cook a big something big, and you will know what goes into your food. That's why cooking process, and Andrew Huberman was also saying this. Like cooking is a great skill because like throughout the cooking, like throughout this process, like you see what goes into your food, so you're like anticipated to eat it and like taste it, and you're actually getting excited for whatever you're cooking, and that will give you better benefit than let's say that sound of the chips and that from the can of soda. So that's why it's better. Also, like thing I noticed, like when I cook, like if I'm saying like I'm very hungry and I start cooking throughout this process, I realize that yeah, my hunger is also getting lower. I don't feel that hungry, and when I actually start eating my meal, like I'm enjoying it because I go slow. I'm not that hungry anymore, and I can actually enjoy it. Like you had to be, I guess, also show gratitude towards what you're eating, and that will also be like helpful to like make you feel full more. Yeah, anything you want to add on?
Uh, no, I think that's about it. But again, it's like that cooking process. I feel it's like Wingstop, like the
Yeah,
meme out there when it's like, oh, I was hungry when I saw the Wingstop, but when I actually ordered and it came to the door, I was not hungry anymore. So again, you can get that like reward system from seeing yourself cook
yeah,
your meals. Yeah. So just 180 flip that that dopamine hit.
yeah. Switching from this Goyslop ultra processed food just into whole foods and just changing your small habits, like you will like without any like effort, so you will lose your weight effortlessly over the time. Like you're not even trying. If you start cooking for yourself at home, like you will lose weight effortlessly. You will see your health getting better, your mood getting better, your energy getting better. So that's why we keep pushing cooking at home, eating whole foods. Also, like going out, like you can never like I don't know, nobody's able to see in future, and you might not know where you're gonna end up with your friends. So like just thinking about what to eat, and let's say just choosing fast food, like you might for just for your friends, you might go to that fast food place, but if you know if they have something healthier, I would say just ordering that will also benefit you. Like you get to spend more time with your friends, and like you're not eating that type of goyslop. Like you eating, let's say, salad with grilled chicken, that type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're not like those type of people. Yeah, I can't eat that, and they mess up the mood of whole friend group. Like you can still spend time with your friends by eat more healthier option. You know.
Yeah, I think if you guys are honestly hanging around those type of friends that make you feel weird about that, then they're not really your
Mhm.
friends.
Yeah. So yeah, that will also like that friend group and keep pushing each other will definitely keep you in check. And yeah, guys, we have to start eating whole foods. You know, We done with Goyslop. Done with natural flavors.
I don't
That
know how
was
to think.
it.
Yeah.
That was it. That was today's episode of Figuring Out Friday. What is Goyslop and how to start avoiding it? Presented to you by Healing Your Way. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Healing Your Way. And we'll
And if
be
you guys
back.
have any questions, you can always, again, email us.
Yep. And we'll be back next Friday. Thank you guys for your time. And I hope you learned something new.
Stay away from Goy Stop, guys.